In this video, we're going to be using Stirling Vanilla Sandalwood, which you see right there. I think it's right there. And the usual suspect for head shaving, the leaf. Stay tuned. Hey there, folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host, CDB. Thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you folks for coming for these head shaves. I know I use the same razor every time, and it might be boring, but maybe we got some excitement with the soap today. Well, I don't know. If you find Stirling, again, putting the label up there for you, this is a sample. Stirling Vanilla Sandalwood. Straightforward scent. I'll show you how they describe it right there. But it's vanilla and sandalwood, and I like it. And it's yet another one I'm going to put in my tobacco from Stirling. You just can't go wrong with Stirling. Look, I say it because I mean it. It's just good stuff. It hits the spot. The price, if you buy the tub, 5.8 ounces, $13.60, plural. That is an incredible $2.34 an ounce. Exceptional price for good quality. Let's show you the ingredients here. I like the shea butter, the coconut milk, the lanolin. Stirling treats me right. That's why you see it so often here. I buy this stuff because I like it, and that's all there is to it. So let's start off today with a little misting action. Misting action to wet the dome. Although we don't need it, we shall use it. The PAA pre-shave cube, just to get things kicked off here. If you have it, may as well use it. No reason not to use it. That's the way I see it anyway. Of course, you don't have to agree. We don't all have to agree on things. And if we all agreed, it'd be kind of boring, wouldn't it? So the blades in the leaf today are Derby Premium. Is there that much difference between the regular Derby or Derby, as they say in Europe, or at least the UK? And is there a lot of difference between premium and regular? I don't know. A lot of people think the premium is better. Whether it is or is not, I can't really say. I think they both feel okay. I think you might be able to get a little more mileage out of the premium. That could totally be in my head. So I always like to say that is, you know, sometimes your notions about things lead you to a conclusion. The brush today that I just fell in my bowl, so let me wipe the handle off, is the Simpsons Trafalgar T3. Run you about 25 bucks. It is a good quality synthetic that has some backbone. So if you're interested in a brush with backbone, this one has it. It's not scrubby. It doesn't feel rough in any way, but it does have some backbone. So for those of you who like to, work your lather a little more, or you're afraid that you can't effectively lather without backbone, I can tell you that is not true. You can. You just have to want to. I do it all the time. You can lather any soap with a brush of really any level of backbone, or without, to be honest. If you just put your mind to the task and you know what you're doing, it's just a matter of getting it done. But this Simpson Trafalgar T3, it has nice backbone, and it is a well-priced offering. In my view, now I haven't tried a lot of the new Simpson offerings for synthetics, because the initial Simpson offerings, the Chubby 2 from like 5-6 years ago, initially I liked them, and then once I used them and tried them against other things, I did not like them at all because they were set too short and they did not splay well. This brush does not suffer from that. So it has backbone, and yet it still splays, and I like that. So let's get started with our leaf. And so a lot of times people will ask, how many shaves do I use the blades for in the leaf? And for that, I will remind you of the Commodore's song. For those of you who are old enough to remember back in the day, or Lionel Richie later might have had it on some of his solo albums. Once, twice, 3 times a bladey, and I love you. Well, 3 uses, so let's put it that way. I'm being flippant today, just having a good time. But if you remember that song, once, twice, 3 times a lady, good song. Back when music on the radio, look, and I'm showing my age here a little bit. That's okay. When you're getting old, and that's all there is to it. But man, the music of that period of time was fantastic. Commodores, Earth, Wind, and Fire. You just couldn't beat it. That was an uplifting time for music, 70s. I enjoyed that. And I still enjoy that song, and I'm not embarrassed to admit it. And so if you remember, or you played the Commodores, or let's say you had an LP or an 8-track, Yes, I rolled in the day of A-Track, of the Commodores, or later Lionel Richie. Let me know below. I'm just interested to hear how many folks were rolling with it back in the day. They had a lot of great songs. And Lionel Richie still tremendous singer and artist, I would argue. And as always, you know how you are. You always think the music and the period where you grew up is the best. And, you know, I'm no exception to that. Although I think there are very, you know, a lot of great, talented artists today. I can't bear to listen to pop radio today. I'm mostly a rock and roll person anyway. And so I sort of, you know, I never matured off, you know, rock and roll. And I'm talking pretty much all forms of rock and roll, from classic to the 90s period of grunge, to hair bands of the 80s, to metal. You know, the only thing I don't really listen to is like crazy, you know, death metal, but that's just not my thing. But I'm definitely a fan of rock and roll music, alternative, you know, so on and so forth. Good stuff. It's just what I like. But I also like the pop music that I grew up with, which would have been things like the Commodores. So today when I was thinking about which use these blades were on, and I thought third use, and I thought once, twice, 3 times a blade. I know it's stupid. People are probably tuning out right now. Sorry. Sometimes you got to be a little flippant and just try to enjoy it. And not everything has to be so serious all the time. And I hope you agree that we ought to be able to have a little fun and be a little flippant. Or at least I think we should. So this Stirling, what can I say that I haven't said about Stirling? Nothing, because I've said it all. Because you've seen it so many times over the years. Shave after shave. And I just want to be very clear about something. I don't say this because Stirling sends me a lot of stuff. I say it because I buy it and I use it, and I cannot ever remember Stirling sending me anything for free. I don't ever recall it. I think they sent me a razor one time to try, which I sent back. But I don't ever recall Stirling sending me even a soap to test or anything. And so I'm not knocking them. I'm just saying I buy it. I love it. And there are some artisans who do occasionally send me things to try, and I love their product too. I will call it like I see it. And I'm not one of those people who can be bought, and I'm not suggesting that there are lots of people out there who can. I'm just saying I try to bring that perspective to the channel. Just because something is sent to me, go watch the Naked Armor video. I mean, they sent that to me. I did not like it. And I still don't like it. And I think it was, you know, I try to be fair, but I'm not going to say I like something that I don't like. Recently even, and I'm going to do another video on it, the Fine's World's Finest Razor, they call it. I said I would not pay for it with my own money, and I would not, and I will not. Still a nice, mild shaver. I mean, you can find redeeming qualities in things you wouldn't purchase. And I try to do that with any product, regardless of how it gets to me. That's just me. So let's mist the dome. I do enjoy the mister. It works well for me. And you know I love this soap. It smells great. It's simple, but it hits the spot. And, you know, Stirling, honestly, I'm just going to make this statement, and I know some people will not like it. If every soap in my den had the Stirling base, and I had all the other scents, I would not be bothered by the fact that Stirling, meaning if I had all the great scents of every other artisan, it was in this base, I'd be perfectly happy with it because it gives me everything I need for my shave. I don't need any more than this. I don't, you know, I enjoy experimenting with different bases, but if they were all this and I had all the different scents that artisans create, especially their unique ones, I'd be happy because Stirling gives me everything that I need. And so, you know, I just don't require more. You may, and if you do, that's okay. But I'm telling you, and I say this probably every time I use it, which is usually once or twice a week because I have a bunch. I bought 10 samples that I've been trying, and so far the first 3 I want to buy. Costing me money, these samples, but anyway, I use it often because it's good and I love it, and it's that simple. And this sample, which you see I cut the corner off, this will be going to somebody else. Again, share these samples with other people. Maybe somebody else will get this. They'll go, man, I want to check that out. It helps the people like Stirling who take time into making these samples for us. I got a little, I don't know what that spot was, but probably a little bit of soap or something. But anyway, this is a dark soap. Well, you saw it. There it is. I want to encourage artisans via a grassroots effort to start, the ones who aren't making samples. I would love to see them start making samples, and they can make money at it, you know? And so I want to ask all of you, and again, I don't ask you for a lot, but I am asking you that if you love these samples as I do, please share them when you get them. If an artisan is good enough to give you one, or if you buy one, and this is a very generous sample. I just wanted to try it to see if I wanted to buy the tub, which I do. Hello. And so I'm going to send this on to somebody else and let them try it. And maybe they'll like it, maybe they won't, but somebody else will get to try it. And if they dig it, they'll buy a tub of Stirling. Stirling wins. And we win because it encourages people like Stirling to continue making these excellent samples, which Stirling has hands down the best samples, reasonably priced at $3.50. It is a full ounce, and you can get a good amount of shaves out of it, so you just can't beat it. And so we want to try to encourage the artisans who are not providing samples or not throwing one in a box to do it, you know. Let's encourage them to do it by helping the other artisans who are doing it. And try to get everybody on board and make samples an industry standard, you know. And there are a lot of people who do it, and I want to thank all of you who do. But those of you who aren't on board, Sneaky Pete, for example, get on board. Help us help you. And if you don't want to be on board, that's okay. But we're going to help the people who are. Or at least that's what I'm going to do. And I hope other people will join me. So please, if you appreciate these samples as I do, join me in my quest to make samples and the providing of samples an industry standard. When we order, let me give you an example. A lot of artisans like Stirling, when you make an order, you're not just going to get your order. You're going to get a sample of a bar soap or something. When you order from PAA, you're going to get a sample of something that's coming new. You're going to get a sticker. You know, they take care in their packaging. So don't you appreciate that? I do. And so what I want to do, reward the people who make the extra effort. If you have artisan A, who all you get when you order from them is the product, and that's all you desire, that's entirely okay. But I appreciate the little happies that you get in the box from folks like Stirling, PAA, the razor company, and many artisans do it. It's not Moon Soaps, for example. Please show them your appreciation if they are kind enough to do it. And let's encourage the other ones who aren't on board to do it. It's nice when you get your order quickly and you get what you want. It's even nicer when you got a couple of happy items in there that's unexpected, right? So why shouldn't we thank not only artisans, but the businesses? Like, again, I mentioned the razor company. And anyone else who goes the extra mile for the customer. Let's try to reward those people with our business. So if you are so inclined, or if you just happen to agree, join me, and I will really appreciate it. And I promise you, these businesses like Stirling and the people who provide value, that's what it is. It's value. They will appreciate it. Wow, we really nice and enjoyable shave here, and I've been blabbing 100 miles an hour, but that's what we do in the head shave. Just shoot the breeze. We don't get uber geeky typically on the shaving part. We're just trying to get a nice dome shave. We want to get these spots feeling around now. Plenty of residual slickness here to work off. And so from a nuts and bolts perspective, or mechanically as I like to say, Sterling just gives me all I need. Let's take some of the lather out here, and we'll just feel around for some pickups. Very nice. I always enjoy my Sterling shaves. I don't always enjoy every single scent. I enjoy more than not by a lot. I'd say I enjoy probably 70%. Most of what I buy, well, let me put it another way. When I'm not just taking flyers on samples, usually when I buy a Sterling tub, it's on, and I usually enjoy it. But in total, I probably enjoy 70% of their, what is it, they got 50 or more cents, so that's a lot. So it's the real deal. And I wish Sterling had a club, because I'd be a charter member. You know, some sort of, I don't know what kind of club Sterling could have, but like if there was a club where you, I don't know, maybe you subscribed or joined the club and you get samples of the new releases coming out or something, I would be in it all day long. And again, I just say that because I genuinely love the product. It's just like the Stallion and A&E, Pete back there, who I like too. And Pete is a friend of mine. And I like his value as well. I think his soaps are well priced. They're sort of more premium, but for a premium soap, it is priced in the value realm, and I really like it too. Now, Pete doesn't do the extras that Sterling does, and you know, we've talked about the service and things that they are working on, and I hope they will continue to work on, because honestly, people still reach out to me and say, I'm having this problem, and you know, I tell them, talk to Pete, you know. So I don't know why people think that, you know, I do know Pete, he is a friend. I hate to carry messages back and forth with Pete all the time. I don't usually do it for that reason, because I don't want to aggravate Pete, but I do get a fair amount of comments on videos where I need this, or I tried to do this, or my order took a long time, and I'm like, you know, talk to Pete. All right, I think we've done a great job today. Let us rinse. We shall come back and hit at the post. Stay tuned. All right, and back we come with our Lancaster towel, just drying things off. Very nice. Patting dry. You don't need to rub. It will wick the moisture away. Works very, very well. Let's hit it with some Magic Made by Witches Thayer's Witch Hazel. I want to thank everybody for watching. Shout out to Matt, and I think it's from Beard and Blade Reviews. If I got that wrong, I'll annotate it. He is a strongly bearded, handsomely bearded gentleman who is getting into the shaving aspect. So I wanted to give him a shout out. Friend of the funds, Dave Callie, who I also enjoy. I'll link their channels below. Really nice guys. I don't know Matt that well yet, but he seems like a very nice guy. He's been watching the videos. Check him out. Seems like a really nice guy. All right, here we go. The aftershave today is Tuscany, which still available at Maggard's, and this is a scent that has been discontinued. Doesn't mean it'll never be brought back by Stirling, but as of right now, discontinued. So if you want Tuscany, the splash, you can still get it at Maggard as of the airing of this video, or maybe not, we'll see. There were 4 in stock. Shooting this on Thursday evening. Maybe it'll be around. I'll probably air this on Saturday, so hopefully it'll be around. But my advice is, if you like this splash and you want it, or if you have the soap, don't have the splash, get it. It has been discontinued, easy for you to say. Still available at Maggard right now. So, Leaf was awesome. Derby Blades. Vanilla Sandalwood, which will be going on to somebody else. Again, share those samples, people. Spread the love. Simpsons Trafalgar T3. Really nice brush. I love it. About 25 bucks. Really nice. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me. I have been your host, CDB, and I'm reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way. And as always, God bless.